So there are many who hear about it and many who walk on the path still. It is difficult to achieve. Same with basic course. Many people have heard, many teach also. Accept people as they are, don't be football of others' opinion, don't see intention behind others' mistake, live in the present moment. It takes a whole lifetime to practice this, to perfect this. Don't think just doing basic course once, you have perfected the art. Don't think by teaching the course to many, you have perfected this art. The whole life is a challenge. Imbibing these points in our life is a challenge for lifetime. What do you say? How many of you agree with me with this statement? Yeah? Imbibing the very basic 5 course points in our life is a challenge. You don't know how minds, where all it escapes and finds a way out. And reason, it will reason out everything. So even an instruction is given about the nature of self when the mind is clouded with aversions, cravings, disappointments, angers, any of these emotions. It doesn't get registered, it doesn't filter down, it doesn't get registered, it doesn't ring a bell. So the right attitude, the right situation for this is the mind being hollow and empty. When the Lord of Death says, may we have more seekers like you. It's not just the student who is blessed to have a great teacher, it's the teacher also feels so happy, blessed to have a student who sees beyond logic, beyond logic and scholarship. When you think your logic is very good, very strong, you don't see light on the other side. What wraps you up and keeps you where you are is your own logic. Because with the logic you said you justify, you ascertain your righteousness. When you think you are righteous, then you find everyone else is wrong. Many times it is our righteousness which brings us sadness. More than others' mistake. I am right, I am so good. Then you make others culprit. The world as a culprit. People as culprit. A teenage girl went in wrong ways. She went into alcohol, drugs and everything. And when she realized, she started blaming her mother. Before she blamed the mother because she was very strict. Now she is blaming the mother. Why you were not strict enough? Why did you let me go astray? And the mother is caught in between. She doesn't know what to do. On one side, if she was strict, and then the girl blamed and left off. She couldn't be any more strict. What she would do? Tie her up in the home? And now when she got her senses back, she comes back and blames the mother again. Why weren't you strict enough with me? You are at fault. The daughter is at loss, mother is at loss. You see the strange situation? Do you see millions of people in such a situation? Yeah? Yeah? Millions in the world are in such a situation that you are responsible for everything. Because of logic. Many of us see our life through limited logic, and we justify our action, justify our attitude, and we think we are right, and we are caught up. We are like frog in a well thinking this is the universe. Nachiketa then says, I know that earthly treasures are transient, and never can I reach the eternal through them. Hence, have I renounced all my desires for earthly treasure to win the eternal through your instruction. You're basically saying, now come to the point. So I praise you, you praise me, we are beating around the bush. No. Lord Yama goes further. See, the Lord of Death is a Deva, is divine. It's not, death is not considered as a demon. Death is part of divinity. Death is all compassion. Death is not considered cruel. The wise realize through meditation the timeless self beyond all perception, hidden in the cave of heart, leave pain and pleasure far behind. Those who know they are neither body nor mind, Lord Yama says, the self which is hidden in the cave of heart, knowing that one goes beyond all pleasure and sorrow and pain. Pain, simply remember one word. Pain is going away from yourself. That's it. Pain is what? Moving away from self. That is pain. Peace, getting in touch with the self. The whole creation is made up of one substance. Your friends and your enemies both are made up of the same substance. Is it shocking? You are made up of that same substance which your enemies are made up of. You are made up of the same substance those whom you like, and you are made up of the same substance those whom you do not like. There is no two, it's all made up of one substance, one thing. Come on, relax. There is no other than you in this planet or anywhere else. Now, to say this, he had to first say, see beyond the logic. You have gone beyond the logic. Because our own intellect, our logic, our righteousness says, no, this is not right, that's not correct, no. It puts a resistance. But when Yama said, Nachiketa, you have gone beyond it, you are seeing beyond it. See, today, fortunately, we are in the scientific age. If you study quantum physics, it says the same language. It speaks the same language. Quantum physics says the whole world is just wave function. Not even particles. There are not, even this principle, there are 3, 4, 5 particles is also false. The whole universe is just wave function, hologram. Everything is just vibrations. You know, one of the greatest scientists of our world today, Mr. Professor Dur, he was in Bangalore Ashram. First he was in Germany and then he was in Bangalore Ashram. Some of the things he explained and said was startling. He said the world cannot exist if it doesn't have 3 components. So he brought like a fan sort of thing with 3 pendulums and says it goes on forever. If there are only 2, it won't goes on, it will not go forever. But the 3 balls stick to a rod. He says this can go for eternity. So 3 things are needed for the world to continue for eternity. I was really surprised. This is what Lord Krishna said in Gita. The 3 gunas have to be there for the world to exist. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Without this, the world does not exist. Any one guna, any one character goes, the world disappears. For the world to exist, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, all 3 had to be there. And Professor Dur was saying in his language, the 3 has to be there. And then he said, another beautiful thing, he said, I studied Guruji 35 years matter to know that it doesn't exist. I studied something that doesn't exist. He said, I was involved in the first making of the first bomb in America. First nuclear bomb. I was involved in that project. I was a student at the time. And I have studied matter for 35 years. Now when I talk, people think I'm talking Buddhism. So even logic today has shaken hands with spiritual lore. We are in such a fortunate era, fortunate age. Either through science or through spirituality, we can get that liberation, what we are seeking for. Everything is vibration. Everybody is vibration. There is no other. See, body has limitations, so does the mind. Good thoughts come, bad thoughts come, emotions come, they go. So what?